Did you know that if you are a freelancer, online worker, self-employed professional, or startup owner, you may have a simpler tax option with the BIR? This is called the 8% income tax rate. In simple terms, instead of computing income tax separately from percentage tax, you may choose to pay 8% based on your gross sales or gross receipts, subject to the rules. But wait, this does not always mean 8% of your entire income. If you are purely self-employed, meaning you do not earn compensation income as an employee, you first get a 250,000 peso deduction. For example, if you earned 1 million pesos in 1 year, you subtract 250,000 pesos first. That leaves you with 750,000 pesos as your taxable base. Then you multiply that by 8%. So your income tax due is 60,000 pesos. Sounds simple, right? But there are important conditions. First, you must be a non-VAT taxpayer. Usually this applies if your annual gross sales or receipts do not exceed 3 million pesos. Second, this is not automatic forever. You must properly choose 8% during registration, and it should reflect in your BIR Certificate of Registration, or BIR, Form 2303, before you can avail of the 8% option. Third, once you choose the 8% tax rate, you generally no longer file quarterly percentage tax for that income because the 8% tax rate is already in place of graduated income tax and percentage tax. You only need to file quarterly and annual income tax return. But here's the honest part. The 8% tax rate is not always the best option. If your business has large expenses, like rent, salaries, software, supplies, or other operating costs, the graduated income tax rate may sometimes be better, because under that option, you may deduct allowable business expenses. But if you are service-based, your expenses are low, and you want a simpler computation, then the 8% tax rate can be a very practical choice. So remember this, 8% is simple, 8% is convenient, but 8% is not always automatically cheaper. Before choosing, compare both options, the 8% tax rate versus the graduated income tax rate. And of course, make sure you are properly registered with the BIR, your certificate of registration is updated, and your tax filing is correct. For freelancers and startups, tax compliance does not have to be scary. You just need to understand the rules before the deadlines understand you.